as everybody knows, again, if you've been watching the videos, so I had major surgery early last year and had my gallbladder removed by open surgery, and complications from that, and recovery hasn't really been great from that either. Fatigue was getting a bit on the chronic side of things, like I was tired all the time, still sort of am tired all the time, not really able to do very much. So it is a lifelong condition, and this is now my new normal. And dealing with this condition is just what I'm going to have to do going forward. So I'm just hoping that I can deal with it.
Hi, my name's Tony, and this is my partner Stephen. And if you're watching this channel, you'll probably know us as Touring Around with Rosie. We met at 19 years old. As we grew older together, we went through many major life events. Things were going great for us. We got engaged, got a house, and even finally started a family by adopting a puppy that we called Rosie. Soon, we set off on some fan life adventures and started documenting them on YouTube. Things were going well, until they weren't. Around 2022, Stephen started to become very sick, and the results could have been fatal. Eventually, Stephen was hospitalised for an extended period of time and underwent open surgery. This came with its own set of problems. 1 year on, and there are still some major complications behind the scenes that we haven't shared the full extent of until now. So we have just stopped off at B&M. We're currently waiting for Dom and Emma to arrive, and then we're all taking a trip together to go to a place called Carlingford. Carlingford we have been to in a couple of videos now. We went there with Jess and Joe, though we didn't showcase much of it, and we went there around last August time, and we found this really lovely park up, and we keep thinking that it's one of the places by the sea that we really like, and we keep wanting to go back to it. So that's where we're headed this week.
So we got some unexpected amazing weather. It was like 30 degrees when I was coming home from work. So we are going to spend the weekend at the beach. We're gonna maybe see if Rosie go on our wee swim. Our wee swim, Rosie? Too busy watching the world go round, so she is. Being nosy Rosie.
Yeah, we seem to be getting the most phenomenal weather in Ireland at the minute. We couldn't believe whenever we went away last week, and we got so much sunburn, my nose still kind of looks like a strawberry. And there's a big ripe tomato sitting here next to me as well.
I'm not that burnt, so I'm not.
No, you're not too
really,
bad.
really itchy nose because of hay fever. It's the downside of this weather.
So yeah, in typical Irish fashion, we're enjoying the weather, but we're going to complain about it the entire time because we're not used to having it.
Rosie, where are they? Where's your friends? Where's your friends? Where are they? She's like, oh my god, where's my friends? Where's my friends, Dom and Emma? I'm looking for them.
Where's Emma?
Here's it, Rosie. Where's there? Oh, Jesus. Oh my god, her tail.
We just need to go and get some spring wash from B&M and we won't be long.
No worries.
Have you been in already?
Yeah.
She knew right away that yous were coming.
Huh?
She knew that yous were coming, like she recognised the actual
See her in the
motorhome.
window over there.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Right, we'll close it up.
This is one of the fan life essentials right now, that one of the many problems that you can encounter whenever you're in fan life.
What have you guys been up to?
Not a whole lot, to be honest. We have pretty much taken it easy. I've been working today, and then Stephen was working, and got on the road and got home.
It's been hot.
It's been very hot.
It's been unbearable.
It's been too hot. So after a brief intermission to go and get the screen wash, it was time to get back on the road and start another adventure. Who's ready for a road trip? Woo! Getting on the road again! Woo! What's that you've got there?
Something to take the edge off. Starving, so I am. to raid the snack cupboard for a wagon wheel.
Look at you!
All the
Look
sides
at that!
of a wagon wheel now.
Look at that! Shame! Shame! Shame!
But no shame, I'm so hungry.
I'm so red. Like a tomato. Awful looking. So we've just got to the park up and we have never seen it so busy before. It's literally crammed full of motorhomes. So I think we're actually going to move on from this park up. This is usually a good park up, but at the minute it's just too crowded. There's kids running about, there's dogs off leads, and it's just not ideal for our situation. We're literally parked up alongside a grass bank, and we're actually pretty shocked to see this place so busy because we've never seen it this packed before. So what are your guys' opinions?
Let's get out of here. Is what I think.
Yeah.
I would see if there's any room at the campsite next door. €34.
So this park up's a no-go. So it is. It's just too many people. It's getting a wee bit chaotic as well. So Dom actually found a park up about 12 minutes away, so we're going to try it. But this is the problem when you get the weather this good, is it gets harder and harder to find places, so it does.
And that was short-lived. On to the next stop. So we have arrived at this park up, and I'm going to be honest now, the reality of the Irish summer is hitting, because we left this trip full of beans and now I think we're a little bit deflated because essentially what we're in right now is a car park. Not very scenic, not great for the dog to get out and walk about, but there are spaces further this way which would be perfect compared to where we are now because it's very congested. What we're going to have to do is take a break here and make dinner, because if we go any more without eating tonight we're going to be absolutely starving and we're not going to be able to function. So I'm going to start the dinner, get it made, and hopefully by the time dinner's made and finished the cars down here will have disappeared and we can take those spaces. So we have a couple of options for dinner tonight. I am going to do some of these roast potatoes that are pre-prepped and bought from Asda. I'm also going to put on some sliced carrots and some shredded chicken. And I think that will make a nice little meal that will set us up for hopefully moving spaces later on. So we're using the air fryer again, and I'm going to dump these roasties in. There's actually quite a lot of these, so we might not need the extra carrots. We'll put them in for now, turn it on, and they're going to go on for half an hour at 200 degrees. So dinner is almost ready. I've got some roasties here, I've got my shredded chicken in here. We're going to put the veg on next, and Emma has been kind enough to lend us some of her gravy granules because I forgot the gravy and it wouldn't be a good dinner without gravy. So I just finished dinner for the night, and as with the rest of the trip, it was an unmitigated disaster. The air fryer didn't cook the roasties the way that we wanted them to cook, so they were very, very raw in the middle and very hard. So far, I don't think anything's going to plan tonight.
Well, if in doubt, Uber. Uber Eats, McDonald's, Big Mac. Get a bigger crack.
Oh, desperate times cause for desperate measures. It's Irish summer, the schools are off, everywhere's full, and we have found ourselves next to what we think is, yeah, well, partially a bus station, but we've got this lovely view of what we think is a filtration plant right across the water there. So yeah, there is a faint smell of in the air right now. If we look across the water, we have a bit of a tower here, but also next to that, we also have a used toilet seat. So this is a good recommendation, guys.
You've got to stand by your spot. So now I'm just going to sleep here just out of spite. Just the commitment. Anyway, go and watch another channel. There's not much going on here.
So it's the next morning now, and
we just woke up. We managed to get moved into a quieter part of the car park, and to be honest, we didn't have the best sleep last night. I think whenever we moved over to the quieter part of the car park, it was on like a really unsteady grass bank, so we're kind of going downhill a bit. I've got terrible congestion. Stephen has sore legs, so I think we're ready to move on from this car park and just call it a write-off for today. So I'm just preparing some pancakes for breakfast, and I've done these in a previous video and people were wondering why I put the 3 lines in the pancakes. A lot of people thought that it was for the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit, but it's not that. As lovely as that sounds, it's actually just because I'm putting them into the air fryer to let the butter sink into them so they're buttery on the inside. So that's why you're going to see me doing the 3 dashes across. So while I'm waiting on the pancakes to finish baking, Stephen is currently sitting enjoying the view of his coffee.
It's actually turned out to be a nice wee spot, a nice wee quiet spot, and I'm just enjoying a nice Starbucks Frappuccino in the morning. It's quite nice, quite tasty.
They look good, don't they?
They do.
They turned out really well.
Let's see if they taste good.
Full of buttery goodness.
I melt it right through, you can actually see it. You can't butter right through it.
So at least breakfast was a success after the dinner yesterday.
So we're on our route to our next park up. Trying to get there a wee bit earlier today so we can get a space. Although it's saying that Emmett's picked quite a nice spot off the coast. So hopefully it'll be a wee bit less busy because it is a wee bit off the coast, but with the weather being good, you never know.
So although the drive to where we're going is beautiful, it's very, very hilly, and in a larger vehicle you have to be really wary whenever you're travelling up the hill because you need a little bit of speed, but you also need to be very careful at the same time. And you can see as we head towards it, just up ahead here is Spelga Dam itself, which is a massive water dam based here in Ireland. It's also the name of a very nice, refreshing yogurt. So we've made it to our next park up at Spelga Dam, and I think this is a much better park up. We've got this quiet area, surrounded by nature, surrounded by all these mountains, valleys and mist, and there's a little trail we can go on too if Rosie needs a walk. So I think this is all around a perfect situation. It's pretty quiet here as well, so we're going to be able to set our chairs up and put our table out. I like these off the beaten track park ups because it really makes up for the park up that we were at yesterday, because we can actually get out and enjoy more scenic spots.
So Tony picked me this up, this bar of chocolate in the shop, so he did. It's a dairy milk and more. Nutty Paraline and crisp. As you can see, I've already had a go at this bar of chocolate. But it's, I think the Marvellous Creations one's a wee bit nicer, you know. It's sort of that crispiness of like the Dubai chocolate, but without the Dubai taste. Wee Rosie singing in there. She's like, I know that's edible.
What's the inside of it?
Quick wafer.
What would you rate it compared to other dairy milk bars?
5 out of 10.
It's not great.
No, it's alright.
Okay, now I'm going to go in for a try. It's quite a big bit. It does actually really resemble the Dubai chocolate on the inside. But it's meant to be, is it meant to be s'more or is it just dairy milk and more?
No, there is a s'more one.
I just picked up a bar.
It's creamy. It reminds me of like a. It kind of reminds me of a type of ice cream though, but I can't really place. It's giving me like the little Kinder Bueno vibes too, with the wafer in it. And the hazelnut, or the nut praline. Yeah, it's nice. I do like dairy milk chocolate more than any other chocolate though. The chocolate itself. But give it a 7. I'm gonna go higher than you.
Controversy.
So we're just setting out on a walk to explore the area while
Rosie.
Emma's editing a little bit of this week's video in the van. We're walking down this little gravel path towards the reservoir itself. I was going to say the loch itself. I suppose it's not a loch. It kind of looks like a loch though.
I think this would have been the old road into the village, because Spelgadam is actually a flooded village.
I never knew that.
Yeah, so they've like dammed off like the valley, and what you're walking on now would have been the road into the old village.
It is very like sort of what you imagine horse and cart road to be like years ago. Whenever you watch those old Irish movies and they're going down these wee lanes.
I don't even think it's as old as that. I think this village was abandoned and flooded even after that, if that makes sense, like after that time.
Oh, cool.
I'm not, like, don't quote me on that, like, but I think so. Because this road, like, I think this is like old tarmac.
The scenery around here is actually incredible. You can see all these trees in the distance and the mist rolling over the mountains. It really, really adds to the atmosphere of this place, doesn't it?
I'm sort of hoping the mist goes away a wee bit more.
Well, this side looks a lot clearer.
You can see where the old road went through. So you can see it there.
So something that's quite new and exciting is that this is a proper wild camping experience for us, because there isn't any signal out here. But it's kind of nice being just out in nature doing these walks, because it forces you to get up out of your van, get away from your modern conveniences and phones, and go and explore the area.
Yeah, we'll have to get Starlink.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see this. You probably not see it in this camera, but there's actually people walking down off the moorings. You see that? See them? Just there?
Oh yes, yeah. Right in the distance.
So there is, like the Moor Mountain Walk is one of the most famous in Ireland, particularly in the north. Everybody likes doing it. I think it is accessible for pretty much anybody, but obviously like people like me here, you know, with health conditions and stuff, would struggle a bit because I'm not really able, but it is, you can still sort of do it. So you just take a lot longer to do it, but it is like sort of accessible for everybody. So just on the topic of accessibility and doing the mountain walks, the Moor Mountain hike was something I set myself as a goal to do. You would have seen in previous videos, I started somewhat of a health journey. I started going to the gym and trying to get myself in shape, but it didn't really last very long, unfortunately. So I had major surgery early last year and had my gallbladder removed by open surgery, and complications from that and recovery hasn't really been great from that either. So kept going to the doctor and stuff. Sort of fatigue was getting a bit on the chronic side of things, like I was tired all the time, still sort of am tired all the time, not really able to do very much. And so far I've actually been diagnosed with hemochromatosis. I still have to see a specialist and see how that's going to affect me, but right now the likes of the health journey is on pause. I'm just hoping it won't be on pause indefinitely, because that is a possibility that may happen, that I'm not able to do what I wanted to do. Like if my condition continues the way it is right now, then I won't be able to do. Depending on how my body reacts with it's called the venous section, where they take a litre of blood out of you, will determine actually even what happens with our travel plans, because even that's going to be affected slightly, or majorly. So that's sort of the update on the health front of things. At least I have a diagnosis. At least I know now what's causing all my issues. Hemochromatosis is essentially your body can't process iron correctly. So your body would store and release iron as it does everything, as and when it needs it. But my body doesn't do that process properly, so it starts depositing iron and like in around your organs and places where it shouldn't be, and then it just can't get rid of it properly. So the issues that come with that are like chronic fatigue, joint and muscle pain. Like the gallbladder issue I had was most likely caused by the hemochromatosis. Now, it can't be certain, but it's highly likely. Sort of, what are the other issues? Like brain fog. Like you can get a bit like confused. I don't even know. Like my stutter over the past few years has gotten worse. That may even be related to it. So it does have a lot of limiting factors. There's no cure for hemochromatosis. It is a lifelong condition, so I'll have it for the rest of my life. There's no cure for it, so this is my new normal. And I hate needles. I'm terrified of them. Like every time I have to even get a COVID jab or a flu shot or anything, I hate it. Like getting blood taken for these tests has been horrific, because I just like, I haven't passed out yet, but the last one I was close to it. So God only knows what I'm going to be like once I have to get like essentially a weekly thing of blood taken, a litre of blood taken. I'll be the most, even the thoughts of it doesn't even bear thinking about. If I stay the way I am now, then things are going to have to change a wee bit. So yeah, so we just have to see how it goes in the future.
Although hemochromatosis is mild to some, because of Stephen's previous medical history, he could face more significant challenges and could be more at risk of developing major issues. Stephen's been facing medical complications behind the scenes of our videos for a long time and wanted to let viewers know what was going on in his personal life.
So, on that note, this video is a wee bit more relaxed, and the reason being is we need to recover from the horrific trip we done last week. Not horrific, sorry, just it was a lot. So this weekend we're taking it easy, we're enjoying it. We're just a couple nice park ups. Well, if you've seen, maybe I'm not too sure whereabouts in this video this is going to be, but one of the park ups, our first sort of day went from bad to worse, and then we did make the most of it. But now we're in Spelga Dam and it's beautiful. So it is. So we're gonna chill out, spend time with amazing company. We're still with Dom and Emma. We're really enjoying the time. We do have a few more coming up. I think our next trip's going to be a bit on the chill side as well, although there will be a wee bit more action with that, sort of a different style of video that we've done before. So we're looking forward to doing that. And then we might get one more trip out with Dom and Emma before they go their separate ways. So yeah, let's just go and chill out for the rest of the night.